Here we are again, another Friday, on our way down to check on Steve and Nick, down on the road job, working for NS Power. I was extremely busy the last couple days, so I honestly have no idea how they've been making out, other than what they told me, so I need to get down here and have a peek. It is a gray day, but we are going to go see how they're making out. They had a couple questions about the ditching. I know Steve is working right along with the mulching, so that shouldn't be a problem. But the ditching and the culvert, of course, might be a little different than what I originally thought. And here we are. A lot of rock, which has led to some slowdowns when it comes to the mulching and stuff. He can't get as close as I would have liked, or him, so we'll see what happens. Here's the first culvert that we put in, so I'm just going to take a peek at this one and see what it looks like. So the problem with this road is, like I said before, it was put in and didn't really have a whole lot of maintenance done to it for like the last, I would say, 30 years. So it's gotten to a point where it needs some work. So we're just going to piecemeal it off little by little and figure it out as we go. But like most roads, the drainage was always an afterthought. So we got some culverts and ditching to open up. Got some culverts to put in and see how they turn out. This one looks pretty good. I like where he decided to put this one. Makes sense, especially with that rock ahead of us there. He is saying he might need some more than what I originally thought. They must have jumped ahead with the mulching. So I'll have to go up and see where they're at now. Does look like, yeah, he's got some drainage going off into the woods on the low spots, which is good. I kind of thought that would be the case. Anyway, let's go catch up to them up there in the woods and see how they're making out. See what we can help figure out for them.
there.
Well, there's another spot down further too where there's another cross culvert. Remember that steel one we saw?
Yeah.
I think if we can get,
This runs into that.
Yeah, this runs into the next low spot, which then there's a big boulder. I think.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the big boulder right before it that's blocking it up?
The big boulder's right up here.
Yeah. So if we can get that water to go around that big boulder, it'll get to the next culvert, the next steel one. But I mean, most of it's pretty good. It can sheet off either side, but this was the worst spot that I saw.
Get this over.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even worry about that side.
No, I'm not. Especially after this corner, like when you get around this corner, the grade changes again and it slopes off that way. So I really don't care about that side. But
definitely your cross drain here. Yeah.
This is 100% the first spot I saw that
you
you
needed.
needed.
And they just dug it out and put.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if they had a big washout and then they just filled it in or what. But it definitely would have had to have been a culvert. Both sides of the hill come this way, so yeah. And then this is bog in there,
Oh,
so.
yeah. So I'll have to try to run down the natural thing, and this road will have to be built up when it's built.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All will have to be pretty much level right across. Because the bottom of the culvert's going to have to be.
Well, yeah, it's gonna have to match pretty much the wall.
That's the thing too.
So they're all geared up. Going a little slower than I expected, of course, as it normally does. Anyway, I just told them to get back at it. Daylight is important down here, and we don't have a lot of it, so I'm going to take a run up the rest of the road here and see how they made out, and then head back out. are gonna take off now. They're doing okay. Just gotta back out to a spot where I can get turned around and get out of the way. But now we'll leave them to it. He should get a fair amount of it done today, I hope. Like I said, the days are a little shorter, especially when you're out in the middle of the woods like this. It gets dark pretty quick. So once he loses sight of those wires, it's not really too safe to continue. But well, like I said, we'll leave them to it and see what they can get done today. The truck's just gone for another load of gravel. Steve's gonna keep working his way down the hill here towards where he stopped down below. And yeah, I have a feeling tomorrow's calling for some really heavy rain. So what better time to see the ditches than in the pouring rain? So tomorrow, depending on Christmas shopping, you may see me down here again tomorrow by myself. I might come down with a little bit of fuel and jump in that 160 and play around a bit and see if I can't find any more problem spots in the heavy rain and make sure that it doesn't get missed this go around while we're here. Tomorrow being Saturday, should be a nice quiet day to do that. Anyway, I'm gonna go head back to Halifax, go check on the boys at Sackville, and see how the rest of Friday plays out. We're just here checking on these guys on the paving. Looks like they had a little bit of a spill with some fluid, so they're just cleaning that up now. Doesn't look like it was bad from what they're telling me, so that's good. They'll get that cleaned up here in a second. So they're doing all right. I just told them to go get some floor dry, throw that down, the last of it. It looks worse than what it is just because of the, so they're doing okay. It just looks worse than what it is because it's damp right now. So I just told them to go get some floor dry and throw that around and yeah, see if they can get the last of that swept up so it doesn't look quite so bad. But the paving's done at least, so that's good. Now we just gotta fight our way back through this traffic. Fight our way back through this traffic and yeah, see how the rest of our day goes. We kind of missed the paving on that one, but that's alright. They did a good job, it looks like. So I'm happy. The guys are just getting ready to go around back to do some of the gravel. That's boring. They're just filling in a couple potholes. Nothing serious there. Yeah. Gonna head back to the yard and do some of the boring stuff again today. Yeah. It's one of those days. Damp and cool. I'll go hide in my office. We'll see you guys later.
I'ma show what I got in that stove, and I know that you got that fuego. I make it spin like we do.